Dana can reconnect there too. Okay, well, hey, we are live here from all over the United States with a panel of fantastic guests here. We're going to welcome each and every one of them here to the webinar this evening. Just want to do a quick mic check. How am I sounding out there, everyone? Just let me know in the chat.
You sound awesome.
Hi, everybody. Jody, welcome.
Thank you, from Canada.
Good to have you. Oh, Canada. How could I assume the United States? We have people from all over the world out there in the viewers' audience.
Sounding good.
Indeed. Okay, so we got Todd Clemmer here. Todd, how you doing?
I'm amazing. In Ohio right now.
In Ohio, Dayton, Ohio, from my my neck of the woods. You're in my backyard, my man.
Yeah.
And we have Curtis and the beautiful Tammy. How are you guys doing, the global family?
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi. Mr. Snippet Man, how you doing?
Fantastic.
Awesome. It's always good to see you on camera.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody's saying we sound good. Wonderful. And Eli and Jelena Dafesh. Well, hello, guys. How are you out there in California?
It's awesome to be here. Summer is awesome. California is great.
Fantastic. I'm so happy that you guys are here to share with this great message we have here this evening. And it's always good to see you. It's been a while. I'm so glad to get to see you on camera at least.
Thank you.
It's a privilege and a pleasure to be with such esteemed colleagues. It's great to be with all of you here today.
Indeed. All right. We're one big happy family here at ENAGIC. I love every one of you. And we also have the beautiful Cynthia. Is your husband with you here? Is he with us?
He's thinking about joining me.
Well, where's he at? Tell him to come and sit down.
Hey, Paul, get over here right now.
Cynthia and Paul Southerby. Southerby.
Southerby.
Where are you guys at?
We are in the beautiful SF Bay area, actually in our backyard.
Well, Don, you're not upside down. I'm proud of you.
Unbelievable.
You got a cool headset. I got one of those. Check this out. I can't even put the darn thing on. Anyway. Okay, well, we have...
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's so good to have you guys. We have a really exciting show here for you guys tonight. If you've been following EWS, then you know some of what's happening. If not, I'll give you a little preview into what we've been up to. There's a lot of things happening with ENAGIC right now, and I haven't been this excited in many years, and that's absolute truth. I'm so excited I can barely sleep at night. The synchronicities are abound in everything that we're doing right now with the True Health webinars, which is a business-focused webinar that will be airing within just a couple short weeks to all of your prospects worldwide. This is a business-focused presentation that will be having co-hosts with us. Of course, Michelle Rayleigh will be there with us, and Todd Clemmer is going to be joining us there, and other various leaders and people telling their success stories from around the world. So what we're doing is we're shifting from, not even really shifting, we're just rediscovering the fact that ENAGIC, first of all, is probably absolutely one of the best business opportunities on the planet. So we're going to present that message to the world in a way that we've never done before. So it's quite exciting. Imagine being able to plug your prospects into a system that basically takes them through everything A to Z. We're talking about a Tuesday night demonstration that is straight product. We are going to bring in some testimonials that are compliant on that show with Shan Stratton. He does a straight Kangen water demo the old school way. And he's doing that every Tuesday night. And then with Wednesday night here with the True Health webinar, we are going to bring you the business side of everything, what we're calling the True Health Formula. The True Health Formula is what Mr. Oshiro, I didn't make this up, Mr. Oshiro created this many years ago. The True Health Formula is healthy mind, everybody, body, finances. That's the elements that need to come in place to create a whole person. And that was Mr. Oshiro's vision from the beginning. So here we are 9.5 years later. We're going to be celebrating our 10th year here pretty soon. I love that. It's 9.5. I always tell people 9.5. We're rediscovering the magic and the abilities that we have. We're literally on something that is going to be fantastic for everybody here in this company. I guarantee it. And we're going to put everything we have into the system and developing the absolute best presentation that we can for everyone. So it's quite exciting. So the True Health Formula is what we're going to be bringing to the world in a platform that is going to be a 20-minute presentation with slides that will go through the True Health Formula, and of course something else that we're talking about this evening, which is the Trifecta. This is a new sales approach that's come to my attention over the last few weeks. People have been having amazing success with it, and I will be bringing on Todd Clemmer here in just a little bit. He is my Trifecta master. What's up, bro? He is going to share some really enlightening information with us. So when I met with Todd and Michelle Rayleigh brought this to my attention originally, when I heard that, I thought, yeah, okay, you know, what's $8,000 to $10,000 investment? We're talking about buying, when we say Trifecta, we're talking about getting all the products at once, okay? We all get the products. We get the machine, we get the Ukon, we get the Nespa. Everybody does that. So we're going to start leading with that in a way that is extremely powerful. And when I heard about this, I thought, well, taking Enagic from a business perspective, this would be really easy to do, because what's $8,000 to $10,000 investment when it comes to creating a life, a lifestyle, to creating a business for yourself? It's nothing. I've created many businesses in my life. I know what it takes to start a business. So from a business perspective, yeah. Not from a product perspective per se. You might be a little harder there. When it comes to business, that's going to be a lot easier for people. But there's some other information that follows that is going to blow your mind, and I'll let Todd explain that to you. But when this Trifecta thing came in for me, things started clicking into place like I've never seen before. So I'm going to do my best job tonight to present to you with all of my guests here. We're going to do a presentation for you, and hopefully by the end you're going to have the same aha moment, and you won't sleep for a few days. How's that sound?
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. So
that's what's been happening, brother. I just have to tell you that's been happening for a while now.
Yeah. So without further ado, what I'd like to do is start with Todd Clemmer. Todd is a 6A out of he's out in Ohio, which is where I'm born and raised, in Dayton, Ohio, and he is a certified master trainer, or is that right, Todd?
No, senior trainer.
Senior trainer with Enagic. Yep. He is a beautiful, kind soul, and he has received this information from God only knows where, from the universe. But Todd, why don't you tell us your story? Start out kind of where we started out this morning, and we'll take on the Trifecta approach, the Trifecta aspect of the True Health Formula that we're going to present to the world. Take it away, brother.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. For me to be able to sit here and share with you all tonight is absolutely a dream come true. I could not be more honored and blessed to really share with you guys from my heart and my experience of what this amazing Enagic business is truly all about. And I've been in the business now for around 3 years, okay? And I've had quite the shift/transformation here as of recent. And it's all about really being able to offer people and have it yourself to live life powerfully, and a life that you love without limitation. Okay, so this is what I want. This is what I also want to offer to the world, which is true health. Okay, and so this all started about a year and a half ago when Mr. Oshiro came to Chicago and spoke to a small group of us and literally said, would you please quit selling these machines but yet offer and convey true health?
Shocking, huh, at first?
Yeah, my head exploded on that one. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, I didn't just get that. It took me the last year to get it, with a culmination of things that transpired in my life. But it started with Mr. O still sharing from his heart on why he created this beautiful company called Enagic. And in a nutshell, I will tell you, he is a man of integrity and love for people. okay? And he has created ENAGIC for ordinary people all over the world to have a real shot at being extraordinary. And I'm just an ordinary Joe. I'm an ordinary guy with dreams, desires, and visions. And this company has given me and my family a real shot of having it really show up in life without limitation. And a life that I love, okay? And the best part about it, it's a forever transferable gift that I can give away and share with the masses. And so if you ask yourself this question, who would love to win the lotto? Well, that would be about everyone, okay? But when you join the ENAGIC business and you really get the real heart of ENAGIC, I'm here to tell you it's better than winning the lotto. Why? When you win the lottery, you win it, and you win it alone. And there's going to be half the people in your world that's going to be happy for you, and the other half are going to be envious. When you join ENAGIC and get the heart of ENAGIC, it's a forever transferable gift that's like you and your whole family and your whole town winning the lotto together. Because there is no limitation anymore in life on what you can create for yourself. Right. So it's absolutely powerful. And I joined this company and took a look at it because someone originally had shared Kangen water with me. But I love Kangen water. I love it so much. The only thing that I love more than Kangen water is people.
Yeah.
And their lives. And this is the true heart of ENAGIC, to be able to offer really true help to people. And I went on a brigade and it took me 2.5 years to get to 6A. You're going to see tonight when people get a hold of what this is really about and the trifecta, people are going to be doing it in lightning speed. And we're making this shift from this business for some people being hard or like climbing a mountain slow going to it being so easy and so much fun and empowering and being able to empower others. So I'm making the shift, and I've made the shift from Kangen water being the point and the forefront out of my mouth when I speak to people, and I've replaced it, Kangen water being the point, I've replaced it with people and their lives and their families really being the point, okay? And so when Mr. Oshiro made this request of us, like I said, it took me a year to get it. And I really, really, really didn't understand it at first. And now it's a year later, and I've got it, and I'm still getting it. I'm continually getting it. It's continually evolving. But I'm telling you, this is starting to catch on. It's super powerful. So out of love and compassion, I was trying to share Kangen water with the world. But I'll tell you right now, the majority was not being enrolled, only the minority. And Mr. Oshiro built this company for the majority. Okay, and no matter what, whenever you lead with Kangen water being the point, the client will always hear you say, when are you going to spend some money to make this investment in your health? Okay, when you switch it around and you don't lead with Kangen water, but you lead by listening and interviewing someone simply by saying, finding out what they want. Okay, and you go ahead and lead with what is possible for them. It's way more powerful to offer someone a way to make money versus asking them to spend it. And so this is where us humans naturally, girls meet with girlfriends every week. Guys meet with their buddies every week. And I'm going to tell you the natural, authentic conversation us humans have. Hey, ain't seen in a while. Tell me what's going on. Where you at in life? What's going on? And people will just have this conversation every single day. And it goes on and on and on. They just talk about, hey, tell me about it. What are you up to? What's going on? And they will tell you all about their life. And then sometimes they'll even ask, well, where do you want to be? What's your dream? And people normally have this conversation every day with each other. The only difference is no one at the end of the conversation really has a solution or a formula to offer them for what they really want to be up to in life. And this is now what we're really offering is people to get their life out of this deal by leading.
Everybody wants that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this has been powerful. When you lead with and you listen for where people's at and where they want to be, and you can really offer that, the price just poof goes away. There is no price, okay? Because they're not buying a product anymore. We're not asking them to buy a water system. We're not asking them to buy anything. We are offering the good news. The good news of what? The good news is that they can literally have, do, and be whatever they wanted with support. This is the good news by simply offering it to people. And it will show up for people by them offering this good news. And so now we've made quite the paradigm shift here in having a heart for people. And that's what Mr. O really created this deal about, is literally wanting to offer and convey true health. So an analogy that I love to use on this new way of doing things is a story in my history. My twin brother Matt and I, we played a lot of music back in the day, and we would walk off stage, walk outside of the venue that we were playing, and buy a large pizza. It's probably 2 in the morning, and we'd each want a slice. Then we have this whole pie left, and we don't know what to do with it, but we look back in to the establishment that we just left, knowing that we can't walk in there and freely just offer this pizza, and sooner or later we'll get around to the right people that's just going to devour it. So we go up to the first table. Hey, y'all, would you like a slice of pizza? No, thank you. Oh, okay. Next table. Hi, y'all, would you like some pizza? No, thank you. They want the pizza. Hey, y'all, would you like some pizza? Are you for real? Yeah, I'd like a slice. Yeah, or I'd like a slice. Boom, 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 and it gets devoured. Sooner or later, you get around to the right people, that's just going to absolutely devour it. So anyone can offer good news. Well, we got to really look at it here, and especially in America. Everyone is usually, most people are different age brackets and different scenarios and situations in life, but most people are stuck in some sort of system, working for someone else, making their dreams come true, and they're thinking this is par for the course. This is the cards I've been dealt in life. This is what's possible, and I'm just going to make the best of it that I can. And they're stuck under some system, okay? And they're going to work for 35, 45, 50 years of their life before they can even think about retiring one day. And a lot of them can't even do that. They can't even retire. 95% of people in America are stuck under some system like this, okay? And so everyone out there either wants more time, more money, or better health. But they all could use another option in life, another possibility. They could use a backup plan. And that's what we're really offering people, is what they need and what they want. Everyone has different dreams, desires, and visions, but guess what? They're not overloaded with extra opportunity and possibility to really have it show up in their life. And that's where we get to literally be the bridge for these people in their lives. And so go ahead, Eric.
I'm sorry, but some of the things you're saying, I just wanted to recap. So we're talking about, instead of going at this from a business perspective, from a water perspective, which a lot of people do. The water is fantastic. It works miracles in people's lives. We all know that. But oftentimes, people that you sell the water to based on all of its benefits, which are many, there's a lot of information that you probably should know, a lot of questions, creates a lot of possible objections and all these things, and it's actually more work, and it's harder for people to convert a water prospect to a business prospect. So what we're talking about here, if I'm right, Todd, I mean, you're talking about who cares about the water in essence. I mean, not really, but you're not approaching it from the perspective of the water. You're not talking about all the properties of the water and trying to convince them that's going to make them feel better or what have you. What you're talking about is leading with the dream. Because you said, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Everybody in the world wants the same thing. We all do, and that's what Mr. Shiro said: healthy body, mind, finances. You can't have one without the other, you know. So this complete balance package is what we're going to bring to the world. That's what we're talking about here, right?
Yeah, it's absolutely powerful.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, and this is how we're going to enroll the majority versus the minority. And when you enroll the majority on what's possible for them, guess what? Everyone gets Kangen water in their life. That is going to happen. So today we're talking about entering a discussion on good news of other possibilities on how to work your ENAGIC business. Now let me clarify this. There is no wrong or right way to do the ENAGIC business. I need to be clear on this.
That's
and
right.
at the end of the day, every single one of you, you own your own ENAGIC business, and it is your decision on exactly how you're going to run it. And life is full of choices to make. You just can't always make the best choice for yourself if you don't know what all your options are. So we're talking about a whole other option here. But I'm not out to make anyone wrong. And it's not about wrong or right. It's about heavy and light. Okay, when you approach the business like this, does that feel heavy or light? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, when I used to do amazing water presentations, and I still can do them, I just don't. I just left an appointment and ran home to get on this right now. And I met this guy at a restaurant, and we had an amazing time. I didn't have the demo bag on me. I didn't have any tea bags or tea drop. This is what I did have was my heart. And good news to share with this guy on what's possible for him. He's got his new baby on the way. He's a concrete worker, and he's 29 years old, and he already in his mind, he's doing the best he can do. He's been out of prison, and he's a good man. He's a good heart, and he really doesn't have all these extra options or possibilities. So he's doing the best he can do. He could use a plan B, a backup plan. This guy gave me his business card at the gas station last week for some concrete work. I said, well, I'm going to actually need some of that. But I called him to set up an appointment talking about this. I said, you're one of the good guys. I love working with the good guys. You at least deserve to hear this good news. Okay? And so when you deal with someone in this business, if you give them 300 gallons of water, send them 300 different links, and take them to 25 different demos and hold their hand for 6 months, and they finally say, yes, I will purchase a machine. And then you're like, okay, great, you're making a purchase. Now do you want to do the ENAGIC business? And most of the time they saw how you dealt with them and all the work that went in by dealing with them, and in their mind, that's what they have to do in order to be successful, and in most cases they come to the conclusion, well, I can't do all that, and so then they don't do it. The ones that do say, well, I'm going to take this on and I'm going to do everything that you're doing, they get rejected 2 or 3 times, and then they get disempowered and shut down, and then they fall off the map. So what we're trying to do here, someone once told me, you know, Todd, you've got to learn from other people's mistakes in this world. You can't possibly live long enough to make them all yourself. And so this is where I really love talking to my prospects now, because, you know, I have figured out different things that work and don't work, things that are heavy, things that are light, and I at least am offering the full picture, okay, of true health. And before, this water had such an impact on my life and my family's life that that's what I ran with. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. I was so passionate about it. But you know the problem was? After my amazing presentation and demo, I could get a room of 40 people to raise their hand and say, yeah, I want that water in my life. How much is it? Oh, okay. Well, for that price, I'm going to go ahead and buy a new car, a new guitar, or a flat screen TV. And I
don't like water anyway.
Yeah, and they're like, well, I'm going to get one day, but not today. And all I offered them, as they were hearing me speak, all I was offering them was a product for purchase. That, and it was the best product in the world, but that's all they were offering. So if you go ask 100 people tonight, what's your dream? What do you need? What do you want to be up to? What do you want to do? Guess what? Not one of them's going to say, it's my dream to sell water ionizers. They're not going to say that. So you need to find out what their dreams and desires are and speak directly to that. You know why? Because you absolutely have the vehicle that can make it show up in their life. And this is why I'm not offering people a job. And like Michael Maxwell says, most people's got a job, and unfortunately, for most of them, it spells just over broke.
Right.
Right.
This is where we really want to listen to the heart of men and women and really get authentically down to where it is they're at and where they want to be. And this is powerful. And I'm going to tell you, the biggest return is going to show up in your life. Your mailbox is going to definitely have the checks coming through. But you know what else is going to happen? Is you will get rained with gratitude. And the biggest payoff in this company is where you get to contribute to other people's lives and have an impact. Fulfillment through fellowship with all these amazing people I now know in my life that I would not have otherwise. So I don't know how many times I've been to an event and seen a 6A get on stage because they just became 6A, and they get the mic to please share with us and tell us something. And you'll hear this, well, it was hard, it was tough, I climbed that mountain and I just like they're barely hanging on and just barely made it. And that we shouldn't be promoting or singing that song anymore. This business should be so much fun, so easy when you speak to the heart of people. And this is the difference. It really is the difference.
Absolutely, and that's what adds power to the message of Trifecta. So instead of approaching this from a position of selling water, selling the hydrogen, selling the alkalinity, selling the ORP, selling all these aspects, which will eventually be a part of it. If I understand correctly, you told me you don't even share them demo with them until after you've already pretty much had them commit. Is that correct?
That's right, and this is where
they're buying the lifestyle. They're buying the dream.
Yeah, so this is how I make appointments. I say, hey, listen, I've got some good news that you deserve to hear about. When can we sit down and talk about it? And this is all that they know when I make these appointments. Listen, I've got an opportunity with good news that you deserve to hear about. When can we get together? Well, tell me about it now. I ain't got time to tell you about it now, but I'm telling you deserve to hear about this. When can we meet? So I meet with them. We now have a blank canvas to create with them. When I get with them, I'm going to interview them and see where they're at. Is there something left in your life that you would still love to create? Is there something that you would like to need? Would you like to start to make an extra $10,000 a month starting immediately? See where they're at. And guess what? The conversation begins. And we go into the reality crap of life and the system they're stuck in. And they're going to tell you all about it. Well, and then I say, you know, there's this amazing company, 41-year-old company called ENAGIC, that has the answer for all of us. And this is where I'm going to offer you to own your own system that will work for you. And I will literally have this authentic conversation, get them completely enrolled on what's possible for them to get their life out of it. After they told me what they want, I'm going to offer you that and support you. And I tell them I don't have a job, but if I did, it was to make sure that you are successful. It's going to make sure you get your dream, okay? People get enrolled in that, and I'll get them literally to the point where they're ready to call Co-America or get financed, and they're ready to make the call, and they have not heard about the physical, tangible product yet, because they get it, that they're the point, they're the product, their dream can be a reality, and I get them completely pumped on that idea, and then I really get to drop the good news of the physical, tangible product. I say, wait, there's more. I've got even more good news. Are you ready for this?
All right, and that's where the true fun starts.
Yeah, because when I get around to tell them what is going to come when they buy their new life system, and I'm just telling you this good news, and it's going to show up for you just as easily by having this normal conversation of sharing the good news with somebody else. That's how it's going to show up for you, real fast and real easy. This is the empowerment business because they can do that. They might not be able to do a water demo, but this time they don't have to. Now they get to, I tell them that the real good news on top, the cherry on top is our tangible product. And I go ahead and share that with them. When I get around to the water, when I get around to the spa, when I get around to the Ukon, they don't even challenge it. It would be in the way of their dream. It is already instantly received as, oh my goodness, does it even get any better? And so this has been the paradigm shift here. So the appointment I just went to, I mean, just an hour and a half ago, I showed up and met this gentleman. I didn't have a demo bag. I took my heart, and I tell people, just try this for a week. Leave your demo bag at home and take your heart instead. After they're enrolled on what's possible for them, then take them to the demo. Then press play on a demo to show them the big good news on top. You want to talk about celebration and duplication? This is the difference, and this is what Mr. Oshiro built this company for, to literally have the biggest impact and unify the world. When you can speak to the heart of the man or the woman and literally offer them what they need, it's going to unify their family. It's going to unify their friends. It's going to unify their community. And so it all started with Mr. Oshiro making this request. And like I said, it took me a year to get it. Then I was out at the second Train the Trainers event with my twin brother Matt and my lovely mother, Marilyn Caparini, and Mr. Greg Bogart. We were all out there. And I walked outside and we met this Indonesian man called Joko. Then we met Peter. Then we met Andika. And Matt and I walked out at midnight and started talking to Joko. That conversation ended at 6 a.m. in the morning with our minds blown. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is what Mr. O's doing, because literally they do not have an option to sell machines. They just could not do it. It wasn't an option. They only make $180, $200 a month, $4,000 a year. You want to sell $4,000 and $5,000 water machines in Indonesia? No, but they're blowing. They were just blowing my brother and I away. Okay, we started the business at the same time. They're dash 3 and I'm still a 6A. What you doing, bro? So there was something to look at here. You know, they're selling the dream, not the machine.
And you know what? The dream is where it's at. And you know, it's so funny because when I went to Eli and Jelina's house, Eli didn't have a garage full of empty gallon jugs at his house.
Yeah.
He had a telephone, and he's on it all the time selling the dream. Isn't that right, Eli and Jelena?
Yeah, 100%.
Look, we have it right here. We're waiting to do it again.
Yeah, you know what's great about what you're saying, Todd, is talked to a young lady that met a few months back. I happened to be in the Vegas market, gave her a buzz. She called me back. I liked the way she talked to me. I gave her a call back. She talked about collaboration. She talked about partnership. She talked about the fact that she was already in another program, but is there a way that we could collaborate with the water, because she felt the water was a necessity for her product working better. And she felt that the water was good for any company to combine their products with it. I agreed with her, and I said, absolutely.
You listen.
I love. Huh?
The point is, you listen to people.
Yes. Yes.
That's important.
It's important.
Because they'll tell you what you want to hear. You just have to listen.
Yeah.
Exactly. She wanted to collaborate. She wanted a partnership. Rather than me trying to sell her on, like you said, Todd, like you said, Michelle, rather than me going into a pitch, going into a sell, you know, she left a message of wanting to collaborate, to partner up, even though she's in another program. So I allowed her to talk to me and tell me where she was coming from, and I said, yeah, I'm sure there's a way to find out about that. The next thing I know, she's purchasing a Trifecta, okay? So she's got her unit, right, Michelle?
Now, is that the one that you three-wayed with me?
Yes. So,
Okay,
yes.
so the message is, you don't have to do this alone.
No. You have a whole ENAGIC family to support you.
100%.
And she never drank the water, and she never saw a demonstration. So he listened to her.
Right. But she got to talk to you, Michelle.
Yep.
She got to hear your testimony. She got to hear about how you were a mother of 4, never done a network marketing company, living in a a town of 2,000 people, Oklahoma, and now you've not only helped thousands of people around the world, but you're generating income that plastic surgeons don't make. And, she liked the whole idea of...
Thank you. It's an amazing business.
I think all of us on this line and watching this webinar tonight thank the Lord over and over every day for ENAGIC and for the blessings when we all go to our mailbox, the families that are being touched daily. Thank you, Lord.
And back to what you all are saying about this idea of trifecta, how I know that this is the subject matter tonight, is that this young lady not only bought a product for herself, but she bought 2 more. That's a total of 3 products. So she's, in essence, had 2 customers, even though they were her own purchases. Then she went out and told another distributor from her company, shared the idea that that person could also join her, have the advantages of the water helping with their product, and that person bought 3 items, too. They bought a Ucon, and an Nespa. So what did that one girl have? She had sales. She had 5 sales. Remember, she purchased her own product, she bought 2 more, and then she told a friend to buy 3 like she did. So she already had 5 sales from 1 customer she brought in, because of her 2 additional and the 3 from the young lady. So in essence, that's the trifecta conversation. Todd, I know you're passionate about it. You could bring in 33 people and you have 99 sales.
Amazing.
Be a 6A.
Yeah. It's powerful. And this is how things are really going to duplicate fast. Versus the guy getting to the mic and talking about how hard it was to get 6A and taking 2-3 years to do it, we're literally going to enroll people, and all of us are going to have someone that's going to literally do it in a month. They're going to do it in a week. It's going to be mind-blowing because they don't have to study for 2 years about the water and the effect on the body. They don't have to become somebody other than who they already are. This is where it's perfect. Everyone's already qualified to just be themselves and offer the good news. Okay, this is what duplicates. And it's so much powerful. So now we can actually talk about the trifecta. When we understand no one is buying a physical product. No one is buying a water machine or an Ucon or an Espa. They are buying their new life system that will work for them. Okay? And this is where we show them the huge return to where it doesn't cost them anything anymore. So when you make their life the point, they don't hear, when are you going to come off all that money? You're showing them how they can get their life out of it. It's way more powerful to show someone how to make money versus asking them to spend it. This is the difference. And when the conversation I just had tonight at dinner, like I said, I didn't even get into the actual product. The guy's at home watching the demo online right now while I'm talking to y'all. This is how powerful the conversation was. Whenever I meet with someone, I want to make an appointment with when we're going to connect the next time. This guy beat me to it. He said, well, I want in, and I'm going to get my money together next Wednesday or Thursday, but I want to call you tomorrow so we can plan our next appointment together. I was like, perfect. See, this is what duplicates. And the guy already knows his list of people that he's ready to go. This is the empowerment business. This is the difference. So we really, really, really want to have a strong impact. And again, you please, please, please understand me. There is nothing wrong. It's not about wrong or right. There's nothing wrong with however you want to do the business. And there's definitely nothing wrong about taking people to a demo or doing a demo, because the demos are amazing. They're a must. But I love to take people to demos and show them demos after they get that them and their life is the point. Now they can earn why they learn. And we'll always want to do demos. We're always going to want to have that. But in the order of importance of making them first. And this is the big paradigm shift. So the trifecta is powerful for the strongest and the fastest return. We're going to, you guys know in this business, everyone gets a machine, and then in time, they go ahead and get the NESPA, and then they get on the UConn, and then they got 3 businesses scattered all across tarnation when we need to empower people just to come in on it right out the gate. And we don't empower them to do that by beginning with a product. We go into having them do that with their life and getting their life out of it. So how fast do you want this to show up for you? How fast do you want this return to come? And y'all know this, and you got to remember, out of any company in the world, network marketing or any kind of company, there's no one even really close to second to us as far as payout as distribution goes. Every company in the world out there, I don't care if it's Amway, Advocare, Tupperware, or whatever, Cologne, they're paying around 17 to 38% in distribution. Then you have ENAGIC. We're way up there. Before bonus, we're paying out around 65%. It's mind-blowing. Ms. Brochuro created this so people can literally get their lives out of it with a fast return. It's beautiful. Absolutely.
Just for a second, guys, I'm coming back. We've got some feedback. If you can mute your line, that'd be great. Sorry about that. So I don't know where we're at exactly, but I know we've been talking about, getting people, getting their interest piqued, and of course ready to make a lifestyle improvement, a lifestyle change, Todd. And I would love to get into like the next aspect of that, which is the actual trifecta. I'd like you to explain what that means to people that don't know what the trifecta is, and how simple it is. And you really showed me it's less money and it can be less investment than actually buying a K8. So why don't you share that information with us?
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned that. And we have been just now starting to touch on the trifecta.
Okay, sorry about that.
But I'm glad that you brought up that point, because if you were going to come all out and just buy the trifecta, it's depending on where you live and your taxes, it's around $8,500, $8,600. Now, I've only talked to one person so far that I've offered this to that actually had that laying under their pillow, and most people don't have it. This is why I love talking to young people, and I love talking to people that are broke, so they ain't got to be broke this time in a few months from now to really have an impact. But the important thing to understand here is you can all get on the trifecta for less money than buying out a K8 or an ST501 right out. So you can spend $2,400 on the NESPA, buy the UConn outright, and put $1,200 down on a K8 and finance your K8 within a ENAGIC, and it would up front that would be around $4,200. Right? You can get on the trifecta for $4,200. Let's say that you came in on the trifecta and you bought the NESPA outright for $2,400, put $200 down on your UConn, and around $800 down on an SB501. Now you've just spent $3,500 on the trifecta. Okay, this is where we are really empowering people to come in on the trifecta and pay that forward for the biggest and fastest return without having to have $8,500. So this is where, we've got kids in this organization. We've got a handful of kids that quit working Chipotle, and they all came in on the trifecta. None of them had the money. They call Comerica, and none of them got the full amount of proof to them. We took whatever the amount they did and financed the rest through an ENAGIC. And this is what they're paying for. Now, when you pay your first, share it with the first person, guess what? Your commission is not $285. It's $1,120. 1 point for the trifecta is $560. 2 points is $1,120. These kids weren't making that in a whole month. Now they just have to have an authentic 45-minute conversation about what's possible for you in your life. Game over. Now we just ignited the empowerment business. Okay, it's absolutely beautiful. And so
now we're looking at less investment than to sell a simple water machine, and we're actually giving them a lifestyle that's going to create returns, dividends, and that's essentially what we're presenting to people.
That's right. And there's a few different ways to do the trifecta. There really is. And there's a few different ways to set it up. But when you come in on the trifecta with your first 2 1A legs filled from yourself, and if you put 2 people underneath that, you're going to be setting yourself up to not get 6 points, but all 8 points on 2 different legs there. It can be ridiculously powerful for people. So I just love this new way. I love this conversation. And by the way, like I say, you deserve to know that this is an option. For some of you that's been working hard, trying to do demos, sharing the water, and doing all of that, and for some people it just isn't working. It's just not paying off. And it's just not happening. Well, guess what? I'm trying to tell you tonight that there is an easier way that may be better fit for you and you as a person in your organization. So,
the True Health Formula.
That's right. That's right. And this is good.
All this together, you know, Todd, you and I were having a party the other night, just having a ball talking to each other about the possibilities. We were literally just tripping out. We're like, oh my God, could you imagine what could possibly happen, you know? Duplication is probably the #1 problem. It is the #1 problem in Enagic. I know that Eli knows that and Michelle Rayleigh knows that. They have a lot of duplication. They're highly successful in this business. My goal as EWS is to support you guys in creating that duplication. So now we're bringing in a new system of automated webinars presenting to your people every single week. And I know, Todd, you're excited about that because we're talking about the possibilities. Bringing Trifecta into this. So now people are getting we're piquing their interest on exactly what you said, the business, up front. Why not? Everybody wants the dream, okay? Everybody wants the same thing. The health thing comes naturally, of course, as a process of this, which is just an absolute bonus. And then, of course, the mind part happens when we're involved in this business. We're connecting with each other, and we're getting healthier in our bodies because our mind and body are intricately connected. When all these elements come in place, amazing things happen. So here we are. We're going to start putting the Trifecta message directly into our webinars so that people get that message right off the bat. Because I firmly believe now that I've seen this, that this is the missing link in the True Health Formula as far as what we've been doing to this point. There's, like you said earlier, Todd, there's nothing wrong with the way that people have been doing it. There is a product first, a business second mentality that's been going on for quite a while. But we have a Tuesday night demo with Shan Stratton where we're going to have an incredible product demonstration. He's going to bring a lot of health issues to the front, like this last Tuesday we did weight loss. We're going to bring up some compliant testimonials so that we have interactivity on that as well. So the beauty in what we're about to do here is you can go product on Tuesday, business on Wednesday, and get into a position where you can close these people faster than ever before. The system we're bringing forward is going to have tools so that you can not only follow up easily, but you'll know who came to your demonstrations. Our system tracks that and puts them in a special database, you know, where it's a view database. It'll say, you know, like the Tuesday's Kangen Demo Live viewed. If you go in your back office, you'll see there's a grouping called Kangen Demo Live viewed. Now you can send an email to all those people and say, you saw the demo, I'd like to set up a time to answer your questions, etc. That's what we have in place now. We've got a new website coming out here very, very soon. Next week I'm hoping to show you guys the website and show you the system in place and train you on all of that. So if it's not clear tonight, that's coming. But there's going to be an amazing, beautiful website that's going to promote the True Health webinar, which presents the True Health Formula to the world, and the Trifecta being a key component in that. So imagine plugging people into a sales, automated sales system or sales funnel, but like, you know, Todd and I were talking earlier, let's call it a success funnel. It's not a sales funnel, it's a success funnel. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
So that's
I absolutely love it.
I want to say one more thing, and then we need to hear from some of these other beautiful folks on the line here.
Yeah.
So the last thing I want to mention here is literally, I've seen time and time again, people leave disempowered, all with the right motive and a love for this water, and they went to try to share it, and you know, they would just get their toes stepped on and leave disempowered and quit. And it would be a heartbreak story every time. This new way literally is setting people up to launch to success way quicker to get to 6A than that took me. And this is what makes me happy. So in a way, I'll say it like this. I basically quit working for Kangen, and now I've started working with ENAGIC.
Nice.
That's sweet.
Here's the news. He's selling trifectas, and when I first heard about it, I thought, yeah, maybe that's a great approach. And then in Michelle Rayleigh's group, which is on fire every single day of the week, unbelievable. Great job, Michelle. We love you and all you do for us. In there, I started seeing people say, Trifecta, I did it, I did it, I did it. Everybody's all excited, and we have some guests here tonight. Not everybody could join us. Mary Lee couldn't join us, and a couple other people that wanted to Mary Lee Leslie, join us tonight to share their story of Trifecta. But we do have some, and we've got Curtis and Tammy out of Utah. Where are you guys at? Oh, I have it. Great. Welcome, guys. We know Curtis's gorgeous face from the Kangen Snippets. Curtis, listen, bro, thank you for doing that. It takes time and effort for you to do that. You're a true talent, and we really appreciate the information you're putting forward to help us not only educate ourselves, but educate our prospects. So thank you for that.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
We love your voice and your exciting giggles. We love that. So tell us about what's happening with Trifecta in your organization. I have people asking about specifics, how to sell it, and why it works. I'm looking at chats here, and why it benefits the ENAGIC distributor. So I'm hoping by the time we get through all of our guests tonight, we'll have that answer very clear to all of you. So Tammy and Curtis, let us know what's happening.
Yeah. Why don't you tell them?
You're in the hot seat.
When we do a demo for somebody, I start out by telling them my little story. You know, I just say, why, is it all right with you if I tell you why I decided to do this instead of teach school like I used to teach school? So that's how I started out. And I also asked, is there anybody who has plenty of money in here and nobody needs any more? And nobody's ever said they have plenty of money and that they don't need more. So then I go and explain to them how they can earn some extra money. So I just show them this. You guys, I know this is probably how you all start out, right? Can you even see that? How I draw this little thing right here, which is the machine, and say, so when you get a machine from ENAGIC, then you get $285 your first two people. And if they happen to share, you know, I mean, most people know how to do this, so I don't want to go through all of that. But after they see this, and how if they sell 10 altogether, then on their 11th one, or I mean the third one, 570, and 11th one, 855, then they kind of have this in their mind, that they can earn extra. Then we share about the water, and on Friday when we did one for somebody, he says, yeah, we want the white SD501, and then the wife says, what'd you think about that shower unit? And then when she said that, I thought, okay, these guys are going to get a Trifecta. We're going with that. And so then I showed them how if they bought their own ENAGIC, you know, their own machine, then they can put the shower unit here, then a spa, and their Ukon right here. And I explained to them how, you know, my sister, when I first got into this, she was going to be in my 285 lane, and I thought, wait, whenever my sister sells one, I want 570. So I says, if you guys get yourself Ukon, because do you know of anybody who would like this? And they're all, yes, I can think of about 5 people that would want this. I said, so you're going to want them to start here. Because, see, my sister has now sold 40 of these. If I would have had my sister in this lane, I would have only earned 11,000, which is cool, but because she's in this lane, I now have 2,000 from my sister. So you can spend $680 to get Ukon and turn that into 22,000 if someone's going to run with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think it's awesome that you're sharing us these graphics too, because it's exactly what people are looking for. So your experience with selling Trifecta.
That's the point of this whole thing, is to do the right thing for distributors. New people coming in need to make the kind of money that you're used to making. Let's do the right thing by telling them that they can actually purchase their first 2 sales. Mm-hmm. Or, you know, maybe they've got a mom or a grandma that would buy something to fill up those 1As so they can start their business as a 2A. That's why we're doing this. We're doing this for the people. And if you're doing it for the right reason, it will duplicate.
Yeah.
Simple.
And they're really excited, ready to go.
Yep, very simple.
Awesome, awesome stuff. So let's move on to speak to Jody and Randy on your location. Oh, Canada. That's right. What part of Canada?
Hey guys, welcome. I'm from Canada, and I'm excited and humbled to be here.
Awesome to have you.
Thank you.
Really, thank you for coming.
Well, I just want to say to everybody that's here, that's joined us, I'm a pretty simple person, and I like to keep things pretty simple, and when it's explained to me in a simple way, I get it much easier. And so I just want to tell you a little bit about what happened for me and how the Trifecta came about, and it's actually been 2 years now. I was looking for the water, and it's one of those things when the universe kind of aligns things for you. And my friend Balazs Cardos, we happened to be chatting on Facebook one night, and he told me what he was up to and sent me a link for a little video. And about 7 minutes into that video, I was crawling out of my skin saying, I need that water, I need that in my life. And Balazs said to me, but wait, there's more. There's a business side to this. And so we sat down together 2 years ago, and Balazs showed Rand and I how if we wanted to really have the benefit of this product in our lives, our whole body, our whole health, our whole lives, and we got the business side, it would make sense to do the UConn and to do the ANESPA, or the travel unit. And so we got it right away. And then to be really honest with you, I had a hard time out of the gate saying to other people, because it's a lot of money. It can be a lot of money, and it can be very overwhelming, and this concept was just kind of all coming together. So I had a really hard time saying to people that I was bringing into the business, not only do I want you to buy a machine, but I want you to consider, you know, I was asking them for more money, which I'm just not naturally comfortable with. And then we started to look at options, and just like Todd was talking about, all of a sudden light went on, and I realized that we could show people how to put a trifecta in their life so they can have the whole body, whole health approach with this magical, crazy business behind it. And in Canada we use a system called Medicard, and then there's a lot of different options, obviously. But what I realized was that we can put this together for people for less, really make it very, very manageable, and people see the business opportunity. My husband's in the background going, "Calm down, just relax."
Sleep for days, dude.
I love it. I tell you what, every time I do a presentation, I'm on fire because my heart just sings. Todd made a reference, and I'll tell you a funny story. And that's why I love sharing the Trifecta, and we do it all the time. My whole team, I think, has pretty much done that for themselves because they get it from a business point of view. But I live in Canada. I live about 2.5 hours from the American border. And it used to be, my dreams have been so big my whole life. I dream about building an orphanage and all kinds of really cool things. I used to drive 2.5 hours across the American border when the Powerball lottery got over 170 million because I thought that would be the only way that I could reach my dreams. And the day that I saw this business, I felt like my lottery ticket struck.
Indeed.
And I love showing the business. I love sharing the passion and the possibility that we have by this wonderful combination that Mr. Oshiro's brought to us. And we just simply show people. And another quick story. I had two guys from my gym come in here the other day, big butch guys. They work up in the oil patch. They make a boatload of money already. And so I nearly skimmed over the business. I wasn't even going to show it to them. And I even said, I won't show you the business. You guys make really good money. And then the words came out of my mouth. But what's your exit strategy? What does that look like? And they're like, yeah, no, we want to see the business. And they both did trifectas that night, and it was because they totally got it. So I'm getting better at asking. I'm getting better at just taking time and making sure that I'm asking the questions and meeting somebody's needs and fulfilling their dreams and virtually teaching them how to write their own lottery ticket. I thank you for this time. That's me.
Bless your heart, Jody. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
Oh man, I totally relate to you, and I've been here for 10 years, and I never get tired of hearing those stories, darling. Thank you for sharing. So we have another group of beautiful people that are very blue-looking, but you look fantastic in the shoes. You're not upside down, Paul. What's up? How are you and Cynthia doing this evening?
Amazing. Having a good time.
Tell us about yourself. You know, you're calling in from. I'm sorry, I don't have it written down ahead.
We're calling in from the beautiful San Francisco Bay Area.
Oh, wonderful.
Just so blessed to be a part of the ENAGIC. So blessed to have Michelle Rayleigh as our amazing team builder. So awesome. First heard about the Trifecta from Eli and Jelena on their call. Didn't really know what that was all about, but got right away that people really love the products. And here in NorCal, you know, they buy a lot of them. You know, it wasn't ever really a big issue about the Anespa or about, you know, buying the Ukon or another machine. People did it right away. We're fairly new, so just kind of trying to figure it out. And what I really love about the conversation that they had on Michelle's call with Todd and his mom and brother was that this is duplicatable. I'm a real hostess, love to throw dinner parties. My demos are dinner and a demo. It's kind of, you know, if you can't cook, a lot of my guys couldn't cook, so, you know, what were they going to do? And, you know, just the fact that this is duplicatable. This is something that, you know, anybody can do. And I really appreciate just having the language. I've been listening to the call repeatedly over and over again, just kind of getting it in my spirit and in my mind and in my heart, you know, so that it just kind of rolls out, you know, that this is good news for people. And I came in on the health side, you know, and experienced a lot of benefits of the water, and was kind of approaching it from that aspect. But at the end of the day, and Michelle, you know this, you know, we also had a financial, you know, issues that were creating a lot of the stress and a lot of, you know, the problems in our lives. And, you know, it really is about true health. And, you know, you can't have one leg and not have the other. And, you know, we really are grateful and excited to learn more about the Trifecta, excited to be able to approach people about, you know, what their dreams and desires are. I love the conversation around nobody wakes up in the morning talking about their dream is to sell an ENAGIC Kangen water machine. I think that's so true. And I've really been reaching out not so much to new prospects, but really talking to my team about the Trifecta. And I want you to have, okay, it took me a while to build it because I didn't start out there. Michelle made sure that we were structured right for what the money we had to invest. But, you know, now with my team, if they don't have a Trifecta, you know, talking to them about how they can get one and letting them know, hey, I want you to have what I have. And this is how we're going to do it. And this is how you can build. And just really, really blessed and excited to be here. Thank you so much.
All of you guys are already doing it. Already got the Trifectas happening, and
absolutely
very exciting.
Absolutely. You guys rock out there in San Francisco. Thank you, Cynthia.
Love you, Michelle. Bless you guys.
Well,
so what does it take, or what does it cost for someone really, if they were to get approved for $8,500, $8,600 interest-free, you know what that costs? Less than most people's cable bill monthly.
Come on.
That's right.
It really is. You can finance for the Trifecta. It's less than your cable bill a month.
You get it back.
That's possible.
Yep. And you can get it back very quickly. So the idea here is changing your approach to something that is duplicatable and also gets the people in the right frame of mind right off the start, instead of going from the product, you know, the water to the health to do you like it and the soft approach. I think this is going to explode everyone's volume in this organization, in ENAGIC. When we bring it into the True Health webinar, we're going to build this sucker right into everything we're doing. We're going to lead with these scenarios so that people can see the power of what's there. So Todd, if you don't mind, because I've been checking out chats and getting feedback from everybody, give us, again, just a quick, 2-3 minute bite on Trifecta for Dummies. Tell us, what it is again, real fast. Just recap the whole thing real fast, pointed, and then tell us what it does to your volume, and also explain the fact that how you're writing the deals the way that you are.
Okay. The Trifecta, first of all, it's 3-in-1. It's 3 products in one. And when one person invests in the Trifecta, they open up 3 businesses at the same time. So you come in on your first business. You can set it up however you want, but we've been setting up having them come in full price for the Inespa, then putting the K8 and the Ukon in their first 2 1A legs. So you fill up your first 2 1A legs, and that means the first person you share it with, you're already a 2A, getting $1,120. And let's say you help that person share it with 2 people. You'll get $1,120 off of those 2 indirects. Okay, so now it's 3-in-1. So already your second person that you share it with, you are promoted to 3A, getting $1,680. They share it with 2 people. Your third person, you're promoted again, now you're a 4A, getting $2,240. So if you came in on the Trifecta and knew 3 of the right people that each shared it with 2, and you did that in the first month, it would be $15,500. So who cares that it costed $8,500? And if you got approved for the $85, it's interest-free for a year, and it's going to be $84 a month, less than most people's cable bill. Yep. And you already generated $15,500 on the first month. That is one way of doing the Trifecta. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's speed rocket powerful of going to 6A, and this actually duplicates. So if you want to actually start to get some dashes going on, which is where I'm finally headed, okay? And I'm so thankful that I get to even share this with y'all right now. Okay, it's been a massive change in me and my family's life here. Just getting ready to take this on. It's absolutely beautiful. That's one way to do the Trifecta. There's another way to do the Trifecta, which is even something to look at. Could be even sweeter. You come in on the Trifecta with the Inespa, the K8, and the Ukon. Yeah, before you move to 2A, take your first 2 people, put the first one under your K8, and the second one under your Ukon, okay? Help those people each have 2. Then you move on, and then you go from 1A to 4A, okay? On 2 cells, you go to 1A to 4A, just like that. It's absolutely mind-blowing. There's something really to look at here on the Trifecta, and I apologize for everyone that I've been speaking so fast on this call tonight, knowing we got a little bit of a late start. I don't usually speak as fast as an auctioneer, but I had so much to share with you. With the Trifecta, you come in, it's the most powerful setup. You're all going to get the Trifecta in time anyways. You might as well equip people to do it right out the gate.
No doubt about it. There's an instant replay for this video. The bottom line is, guys, this is what we're doing. This is where this is the missing link in the True Health formula. And I'm proud to announce that Todd is part of my mastermind group, along with Michelle and many other leaders, Eli and Jelena. We are going to bring this thing forward in a way that is absolutely powerful. So thank you, Todd, for your time there. I want to wrap up, but I want to get to Eli and Jelena because I know they have a demo waiting for like 10 minutes so far. So Eli and Jelena, please share with us like what where you're at with this Trifecta thing. I know that many of your team members are utilizing this. Tell us what's happening there in your organization and what you think about everything we're talking about tonight. Pioneers, go ahead.
Okay, me first. Thank you all just for your wonderful stories and your testimonies and sharing with all of us online how you utilize it and take advantage and teach people. And Todd and Cynthia, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, they are 1,000,000% right. We all won the lottery ticket here, right? Jody, right? You got it. So ENAGIC is our lottery ticket, ladies and gentlemen, and it's really up to us to share it with everybody. And Todd, I know you and your family are so passionate and so committed to the whole trifecta and teaching people really about the business. And yes, Eric, we are utilizing it a lot within our organization. We show it to the big players, people who are ready and serious to take their business to the next level. And the younger generation are seeing it, they're capitalizing on it, they're taking advantage of it. And we see the explosion too. And as you said earlier, Todd, which of course you're right, there is no wrong way and there is no right way. You know, do I share water? Do I take them to the EWS site? Do I go to Kangen Demo? Do I do a DVD? You know, what do I do? Do I do a presentation? There is no wrong way, right way. Do I start with UConn? Do I start with the Trifecta? Do I start with the Kangen 8? The right way is you just get started. You know, it's like Eli and I, we always look at each other every day and we say, just say yes, we'll figure out the rest later.
You know what? That's a great approach, Eli, because I know that you are like the master of closing and getting people in the business.
Yes.
And I think almost everybody you talk to gets in the business. I mean, what's up? How do you do it? Don't take no for an answer.
You know,
he's persistent.
yeah. You know, I know that everybody on this. Yeah, I know that everybody on this call tonight is an entrepreneur at heart. You know, we talk about the trend being health and wellness, and we've been capitalizing on that trend for the last 10 years. And the talk about the next trend is about entrepreneurism. There's 1 billion new people coming into the workplace, mainly women. And so a person, just in order to maintain their normal lifestyle, I mean the house, the car, sending your kids to college, a person won't be able to do that anymore the way they've been doing it. They're going to have a home-based business. They're going to have to start another business. Well, in the marketplace, and I see it a lot with the young people, where they get into a little bit of a state of confusion, and you see them hopping from company to company, program to program, because they get involved in a program, and then things don't go a certain way, especially if it's a binary, very, very difficult to make it in that kind of structure. Then their leaders will hop to another program, and then they'll follow their leaders. But what's happening here, the ones that have chosen ENAGIC to build their home in, to get married in, to buy their first home in, to be able to establish their financial assets so they can have financial freedom, which equates to time freedom, are saying, wait a minute, we want to be involved with this company called ENAGIC because they've gotten exposed to us. They've been invited to the global conference. They've come to a local demo that every single person on this line tonight has put out, and people listening to this are out there talking on phones, talking in webinars, talking in the Hangout Skype rooms, and the word is getting out to young people, and young people are choosing this program because it's cause-driven. It's a legacy company, and everybody, and you felt it at the global conference 2 months ago. The magic was everybody was unified. Everybody was on the same page. And Mr. Ashura, you know, Todd, you've been talking about it all night. Michelle, all the speakers have been talking about it. Mr. Ashura implanted this idea of let's unify, of social well-being. And so if we can teach social entrepreneurism to people, not only how to take care of yourself, not only how to take care of your family, but also how to take care of others. And the trifecta, what it does, it creates exponential growth. It speeds things up. Entrepreneurs like me and the people on this line, we don't want to take long ways to get to where we want to go. We're business people. In a business, look, if you went out and bought a hot dog stand, what would it cost you? $30,000? I mean, there's nothing in the marketplace that you can purchase to be in business that doesn't cost $50,000, $100,000, $250,000 on up. So for someone to get involved in a business, like you said, Todd, for over $8,000, and whether you have an $84 monthly payment or whatever your payment is, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it allows you to bring in 33 people, 33 individuals that also sell a trifecta. That's where everybody buys 3. And now you can move to 6A quickly. And if you got 2 of those, you become a 6A too. So now you capitalize on the bonuses that our founders structured for us, on the incentives, and that longevity income. Because like Omar Ramirez said it in our demo last night, he said for the first 5 years of this business, he went around looking for sick people. He said, I would look for sick people. He said, I'd walk around and say, do you know any sick people? I want to talk to them. And all of a sudden, he woke up one day and said, wait a minute, this is a business for business builders, for entrepreneurs.
It's the wellness business.
You know, and so look at the guy, look at the gentleman that just came into his business last month that put him in #1 in the world. The guy came out of Brazil. The guy had lost everything. He lost everything in his life, and he found ENAGIC. And in 27 days, he became a 6A. 27 days.
Wow.
And not even 2 months in the business, he has 150 people. There's a new breed of people coming over. They know that ENAGIC is an ethical, moral company that's family-based, and it has a product line that, bar none, is life-changing, will be written in the history books as one of the greatest products developed in the last 100 years. And we have a business that where we can market one of the greatest technologies for health ever created. So, and again, there's a founder that loves people and cares about them, and that's why when you listen to all of us, you see that we're all family-based, and we all care about each other. That's why people are looking for that, and ENAGIC is that company. And the fact that you're putting together this simple system that we can all come on every single week, and we can bring our guests to hear and see, it's a no-brainer. We all need to be a part of what's being created tonight. And we're in. We got our vote in.
Yeah, thank you.
We love you guys. We're excited to be here. This is the best ever. There's nothing out there like it. Trust me. There's nothing out there like this.
Eli and Selena, we've been together for a long time. Michelle's been here a long time as well. You know, we've seen it go through so many transformations, haven't we?
Well, we saw it with Michelle Raley. You know, when we first met Michelle Raley, she was a mom of 4. You know, and now she gets to raise.
Now I don't have. They all leave, so now I don't have.
Now she's building houses and doing amazing things.
Indeed, yeah.
Bottom line is, guys, there really is nothing out there like this that I've seen. Think about this. There's companies out there that are buying people's positions. They entice you to come to them, and they buy you. You know how Mr. Ashura does it here? We all start at the bottom, and it's equal playing ground. We all work our way up from there. That's the way it should be done.
Absolutely.
It's a real company.
This is still a grassroots opportunity. You know, what we're doing here is groundbreaking. And honestly, guys, I'm not selling you websites here. The bottom line is I love what we're doing here. I love the community. I love the people. I love the leaders. Thank you, Eli and Jelena, Michelle, all of you. You know, Curtis and Tammy and Cynthia and Paul and Jody. I love all of you, and of course Todd. You know, he's only the trifecta master. So you know, look, I work with other companies. I've worked with many other companies. What's that?
3 healths.
Yep.
Physical, financial, mental, and 3 products.
Yeah. 3. Power of 3.
And with 8 points.
Right. So we're in for a real treat, aren't we, guys?
Oh, yes.
Yes, we are.
And you know, when we can make this where people really are the point, not only does it unify all of us, but guess what? There's no more, it's totally unifying. There's no more turf, there's no more this or that, because there's one thing that there's a plethora, enough to go around, is people. Everywhere, there's enough for all of us.
Good point.
And
I
this
think
is
we're not focusing on the competition like we do, and stop worrying about what they are saying. We know who they are, believe me. We know who they are, ex-ENAGIC people, etc. focused on the fact that there's an abundance of people out there and business to be had. I just wanted to interject because that's a major point. Continue.
That's right. So when we all get enrolled into what this is really about, people and their lives, and enrolled into the real heart of ENAGIC, this is where the unification process happens, and this is where, at the end of the day, we all really have the same upline. His name's Mr. Richard.
That's right.
That's right. Hey, I just have one last thing I wanted to interject, and then I'll be quiet for the night.
Don't go anywhere.
I just want you guys to know that when I was first introduced to this, I was taken to a demo at Doug and Tony Banks' house in Utah. And do you know, they took me in their living room and they started showing me the business opportunity of ENAGIC. They led with the business, and that's what got my attention.
Yeah.
Right.
And somewhere along the line, we got very heavily product focused. And you know what? We need to share this business with people because there are a lot of people out there who are drowning like I was.
Yeah.
Let's do the right thing and let's help people understand what we have here. And don't forget, you know, some people you are going to bring them through the water door and some you're going to bring through the money door. You know, you'll know which way to go if you're listening and having a good time with people. And I just appreciate everybody joining us tonight. It was a fantastic time. Todd, you rock. Elena, thank you for the support. Cynthia and Paul, Jody, Curtis and Tammy, you guys rock it out all the time. You Todd.
Shoot, bro.
And Todd and Eric, you know, this has been fantastic. I know there were a couple other people that were going to join us and couldn't quite make it happen. But what we're seeing and what we're going to be doing is going to be fantastic. Hang in there with us. We're going all the way to the top with this.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you for inviting us for us.
Guys, so much. Have a great evening and look forward to information coming. We are your upline. We are your team. We are your family, and we are going to help you take this thing to the max. The sky is no limit as far as I'm concerned. Thank you very much.
Your team.
Great to be on the call, everybody. Let's rock and roll. All right.
Have a great night, everybody. I love you. Let us know if we can help you. I'm always here, and I'm sure everyone else on the line is as well. Talk to you guys soon.
Good night, Eric.
Good night. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, Michelle.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Todd.
I just want to go. Do we have to go?
We don't have to. We can hang out.
It's a hangout. Bye, y'all.
Good night.
Good
Thank
night,
you.
Michelle.
Good night.
Okay.
I love my job.
Thanks, Eric. That was awesome. I appreciate all you do.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming. And I wanted to give a shout out. I forgot to do it to Lisa. I don't know if you're still out there, Lisa. Thank you for your part in the chat tonight. You have answered a lot of questions, and I really appreciate you helping people out tonight. So thank you, Lisa, for your hard work in our chat this evening. Thank you, Daryl from Costa Rica, my brother and partner, for his part in helping all of you get your questions answered. And if you have any other further questions, just email mastermind@enagicwebsystem.com. All right. Good night, Jody.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye. Good night, Tammy and Curtis. Love you guys. Bye now.